everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel, Brandy Janae's Book Show. As you can tell from the title of this video, today I am here to do I think it's called the end of the year book tag. It's probably a little on the late side, but since there are still 2 months in the year left, I figured it would still work, and I think this is going to be a good video to kind of see what my plans are for the last couple months as far as my reading goes. So let's just get into the questions and obviously my answers for those questions. So the first question is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? And off the top of my head, I have two in particular. The first one that I have is The Gilded Wolves by Rashmi Chachi. I think that's how you say her name. This came in the January Outcrate box, I believe. Oh, I actually still have a bookmark in it. I read the first 2 chapters and I was reading it physically, and I did try to read the audiobook, but I could not stand the male narrator's voice, so I decided to stop. I kept telling myself I would go back to the physical copy, and I haven't yet. So this is one that I really want to get to, or get back to, or really start over this year. Then I also have Divinity Falling by Noor Zikra. I have been reading this off and on. It's one of those books that I get interested while I'm reading it, but I tend to pick it up at the worst times, usually at work, so I'll only read like 10 to 15 pages at a time, and every time I put it down I just haven't picked it back up. And I think, like, I don't want to restart it because I've read 7 chapters already, which isn't a whole lot, but I feel like it was taking me way longer than I wanted to get through this. And I did receive this copy for review from the author, so I really want to get this read and reviewed before the end of the year, since I didn't get it up when I was supposed to. I feel really bad, but I am still planning on finishing this one. The next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition you into the end of the year? And I don't really think so. I don't really read seasonally, so I just pick up whatever I'm feeling like at the time, and that varies based on what I had been reading previously. So if I have read a really good paranormal romance and I'm just like, okay, I want to read more of that, then I'll try to find something else, or maybe I'll just read a bunch of romance or fantasy. I kind of skip around. I don't read a specific genre each season or anything like that, so I would say no for this question. Just gonna move on to the next one. The next question is there a new release you're still waiting for? I actually have a few that I'm still really looking forward to, and all of them I believe that I still have left, or the majority of them are coming out this month. One of the first ones is Skip Beat Volume 43 by Yoshiki Nakamura. This is coming out in English on the 5th. I also have Get a Life Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I have actually already read this one. I received an e-arc that I still need to write a written review for, but the physical copy is coming in the mail on the 5th as well. Also Queen of Nothing, or The Queen of Nothing, which is the final book in the Cruel Prince trilogy. I believe it's a trilogy. That's coming out in November as well. Also Not the Girl You Marry. I can't remember the author's name, but this is an adult romance. And I believe the last book that I have pre-ordered for this year is Blitzed by Alexa Martin, which is the 3rd book in her playbook series, like standalone series, I believe is what that's called. Also almost forgot, but Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi is also coming out in December. So that is the last of the books that I have pre-ordered, last of the new releases that I'm still waiting for. So the next question is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So besides the 2 that I have already mentioned that I have started and want to finish before the end of the year, I have Kingdom of Souls, if this will get out the way, sorry, by Rena Barron. This is another one that I just realized I did actually start this one as well. I only read like 13, maybe 12 or 13 pages. I'm not exactly sure of this book, and I ended up putting it down. So this is another one that could count for that first question as well, but definitely one that I want to finish before the end of the year. Also, I have Nevernight by J. Kristoff. I just talked about this in my TBR video, but this was one of the series that I wanted to read, and I obviously I'm not going to be able to finish the series, but definitely want to at least read this first book. And then I also would like to get to The Wedding Date this is The Wedding Party by Jasmine Guillory. This is the third book in her companion series. They're all technically standalone, but they all take place in the same world surrounding the same characters, or the characters know each other in some type of way. And this was one of the books that I had pre-ordered, and I feel like I have been doing good for the most part about getting to pre-orders, but this was one of the ones that was on my most anticipated that I just haven't gotten to yet. So I want to get to this one as well. The next question is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Maybe Nevernight, but at the time, like, I honestly don't know. And the final question of this tag is, have you already started making reading plans for 2020? And yes and no. I do have books that I have on my TBR that are set at the moment to come out in 2020 that I'm really looking forward to, or books that are coming out probably in December or later that I haven't gotten around to yet, that I am, you know, planning on reading next year. But I don't have anything specific set really at the moment. A lot of my goals that I didn't meet this year, I'm probably going to try to move those over, or I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really sat down and made any specific plans. I usually start doing that around December. That's all I have as far as right now. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I know this is going up a little bit later, but I figured it's still time, so I would still go ahead and post it. Let me know down in the comments what are some of the books that you're hoping to read before the end of the year. And yeah, I will see you guys again in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.